Hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And the cat's coming over to say hello. Come on then. You're coming up. Can't quite catch you. Here she is. She's a bit low here, but hello. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. It is Monday the 19th of August here at exactly 12:46 p.m. I'm Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Peace. So it's my honour to be here sharing with you today. Hi, Kate from Alaska. And yeah, really excited to be here. There's been a bit of a shift in things this morning for me, at least. I'm trying to now maintain that shift, maintain that heightened space. So I'm very interested to see what comes up in the sharing today. Before I get into the actual guidance for Monday and Tuesday, it is Monday here, so I'm going to now start by looking for two cards for our theme. So the last couple of weeks I've done this. I don't know if you've seen or not, but I'm just going to start by shuffling the deck, my combined decks here. And I want to just hold the intention to find the best two cards for our theme for this coming week. So we're looking from the week ahead from Monday the 19th till Sunday that's coming up, which the 25th or something, I think. Something like that. So I'm looking for the best two cards for our theme for the week ahead. This will just give us a little bit of an overview. An overview for the week. So last week we had the butterfly and we had the shadow, and looking back it was very much on point. So we'll see what this week's theme cards are. They are, when I finish shuffling, these. So I'm going to take the two cards off the top. They are both Speed of Light Oracle. We've got the Jellyfish, card 55. It says vulnerable, flow, sensitive, and protection. This implies we might be feeling in general this week, for this next 7 days, in general, a sense of sensitivity. We might feel a bit vulnerable and fragile, a bit sensitive to things, and this is okay. I think it's actually a really good quality to be sensitive. And if we find ourselves a little bit overly sensitive, or if I find myself in a very overly sensitive space, I tend to then amp up my self-care time. So I then look at, okay, how can I nourish myself through this sensitive time? So we might feel a bit sensitive, but there's a lot of flow in that. So our sensitivity, our emotions, our fragility is going to help guide us through. So I think of the jellyfish just kind of moving with the currents and allowing ourselves to move with the currents of our own sensitivity, our own emotions. Let's see what the next card is for the theme for the week ahead. We have harmony. So this is probably very welcomed for a lot of us. Card 43. It says sound, tuned in, expression, music, and song. So music's probably going to be a little bit more important to us this week than perhaps usually is. And there is a sense of finding our harmony, finding our balance again. So these are our two theme cards quickly for the week ahead. Sensitivity, going with the flow, and music, and finding our harmony. So, or finding our balance. When we find balance, or our balance isn't something that we acquire and then have it forever. It's something that's an ebb and flow, it's a push and a pull constantly in our day-to-day life. So we look for our balance perhaps, maybe we find it, and then we look at how can we maintain that balance. So at the moment for me, I'm really, really drawn to the energy of love and bringing more love into my life. So just feeling a new sense or a revived sense of love for life, for myself, in my relationships. So for me now, I'm looking at, okay, how can I maintain this state of love? I've got to keep reminding myself, using affirmations, keep seeing things through my heart-shaped eyes. That's what my intention is now, so I can maintain this space. Because if we don't spend time maintaining our balance, maintaining our peace, maintaining our heightened sense of love, then life's going to just come in and smother it, because life tends to do that at the moment anyway. So interesting. They're our theme cards for the week ahead. So welcome everybody. I'm now getting ready to pull cards for Monday and Tuesday. So if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom. They've been combined to make a 110 card deck, and I'll be using this deck to look for the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, and the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not doing any personal readings or requests for guidance here today or ever on my videos. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. Take on board what feels right, what resonates, and let the rest go. I really, truly trust that our paths have crossed for a reason. So I don't feel it's any accident that I happen to be on here now and that you happen to be here. And maybe if you're connecting with the replay later, I still feel it's all purposeful. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. So let's get started, shall we? I'm looking for the best card now for Monday, the 19th of August. Monday the 19th. And we'll see what it is. So if it's not quite Monday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. So Monday the 19th, I trust 100% that the best card will find its way to the top of the deck based on the way I choose my cards. So Monday the 19th, we have an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. And it's this. It's a featured card, a featured timing card. So it has further instructions here which say to take the top card from the deck. And we've got the stag again. Stag's been quite popular, popping up every now and then, these last few weeks at least. So we have these two cards coming up for Monday. So they've come up together for a reason. We're going to look at them separately, and then we're going to look at their relationship together. So this is Solar Cycle, card 52. It says 24 hours, past or future. So there are 4 timing cards in the Animal Kingdom Oracle. This is one of them. So this talks about a 1-day cycle. So we're looking at Monday, and we're looking at, say, 24 hours ahead of Monday and 24 hours previous to Monday. So we're looking at a 1-day cycle here that's connected with this card, which is our stag, card 42. And this stag says new direction. I don't know if you remember in my last video on Saturday, we had the other stag come up from the other deck that talked about feeling discouraged or like we've gone off our track, gone off our path. This feels to me like the upgrade of that stag. So there's a strength about this stag. There's a mental strength and a physical strength that I feel that we're gathering or gaining or reviving for ourselves on Monday. And we might find that over the next 24 hours, so the next sort of day cycle, that we feel quite motivated, quite strong within ourselves, mentally and physically and perhaps emotionally, to step forward in the new direction that's calling us. So the stag is very much about trusting our instincts and let our instincts guide us forward. Our instincts too in the form of our intuition. And I imagine these antlers here like antenna, like a radar. So we're sort of sensing what's the best course to take here, what's the best path to follow on Monday. I know for me, and you might have already seen me post it on Facebook several hours ago, I've chosen to follow the path of love today. I don't want to think about it as forever. I want to just focusing on that today and focusing on it again tomorrow and again the day to follow. So I'm just focusing one day at a time. I want to follow the path of love. I've already said that today. So this to me, like how I feel a personal connection with this, is this reinforcing what I've already been talking about earlier, hours ago when I woke up. So what is the path that you need to follow on Monday? Do you need to follow your instincts a little bit more? Do you need to follow your path of love? Do you need to follow your flow a little bit more? Maybe your strength. There's a lot of strength that comes in with the solar energy too. It sort of connects in straight with our solar plexus chakra, which is our center for personal power, courage, finding strength to keep going. And I do feel a lot of this in the stag too. So there's a lot of strength that's coming in. It's almost like pushing through the covering that we've had over us lately. So let's let that push through so we can step out into the clearing of our life on Monday, look at the options and choose which path we follow. Do we keep following the path that may be focused around our negativity, the drama that's taking place? Or do we choose to see that stuff or see our life from a new perspective? Like I've chosen to put on my heart-shaped glasses today. I want to see everything through the eyes of love. And I really feel that a shift in perspective will help us see that there are more options available to us than just this drama-filled, complicated path that many of us have sort of stepped on recently. So quite empowering, I feel, on Monday. So let's step into our power, let's claim it, and let's make some new choices for ourselves in regards to how we're going to perceive our path or perceive what's happening for us. So that's Monday. I trust that resonates with you or inspires you even a little bit. Then that will be cool. So thank you. Okay, now let's look for the best card for Tuesday the 20th. Tuesday the 20th of August. So we'll see what happens. Sending you lots of love. And yes, if you are struggling, always sending you love, sending you strength, sending you support. Whatever you need, just take it. I trust that you feel it coming through. Own it. Breathe it in. Just offering it to you. And I don't drain myself when I'm doing this because I'm in my power. And I'm not doing this through an ego intention. So I'm not giving my own self here. I'm in an empowered space. So when we're connecting with someone who's empowered, they empower us to feel powerful too. I'm not demanding you to follow what I'm saying. I'm not trying to control you. I'm not trying to put you under my spell and create a different sort of power. I'm standing in my power, and I trust that if you want to feel that power, that you will let it come into you, that you will let yourself stand taller and be a little bit happier or stronger in yourself. Okay. Tuesday the 20th of August. Let's go with this card. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. And it's this. It's scattered. It's card 13, scattered. It says overwhelm, confusion, concentrate and plan. And I can almost hear everyone going, not more of this chaotic energy. But you know, it's present, and I just wonder if it's ever going to cease. You know, it sort of feels like this chaos, this drama, this just one thing after the other seems to be happening this year. It just seems to be a real wild ride. So, you know, I think sometimes it's about learning how to manage our journey through it differently, maybe responding differently, interacting differently, living a little bit differently than perhaps we were used to before when things weren't so drama-filled. But if things are chaotic and scattered and feel like we're being pushed and pulled at, I feel that's an opportunity for us to learn how to live a little bit differently from moment to moment. So there is chaos in this. There is a scattered feeling coming in for Tuesday. There is a feeling here of being pushed at and pulled at, and our arms probably feeling like they're being pulled off. And maybe demands on our energy, demands on our attention. We may be being pushed and pulled out in that way too, potentially. But there is a lot of positive in this card as well, because it actually brings through new energy. So new creativity, if you like, or new, or just say new potentials that are also coming into play in our life that can throw us into a little bit of a chaotic space, feeling a little bit scattered. So when I feel this energy, I find it really helpful to make just a very doable, simple plan. And I often just do it for the day. So my day plan might be, depends how I wake up and what I feel like and how I slept, because our sleep patterns are all over the place too at the moment. So, you know, it depends how I wake up. I will then decide, okay, what plan do I have for my day? And just create a really simple, doable plan that I can pretty much guarantee myself that I'm going to tick those things off. Because I don't want to get to the end of the day and be hard on myself because I didn't do what's on my list. So just a really simple, doable plan to concentrate on can help us get through this sort of scattered energy that may be about for us on Tuesday. So concentrate, create a doable plan, and avoid overwhelm. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's a sure sign that your mind's got too much into stuff. So our mind will blow things out of proportion. So for me, if I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, which I'm not right now, thankfully, but I do keep that in check as best as I can. If I'm starting to feel overwhelmed and I feel like I'm running out of time to do all this stuff that I've got to do, that's a sign for me that I actually have to stop. That my mind is just creating so much out of so little usually, that when I stop and do a list of all the stuff I've got to do, it's not much. So when my mind's just blowing things out of proportion and I'm in overwhelm, I have to take that as a sign that I need to step back and I need to reconnect with myself. So see how you're feeling, if you're feeling overwhelmed, and what approach you might find helpful to deal with that so you're not feeling it for too long. But there is that energy to come in with that scattered card. So see how you go. I'm now looking for the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday, the theme card. Hello everyone, lovely to see you. Thanks for spending your precious time with me today. I really appreciate it. I find it an honour that you want to be here with me, so thank you so much. And I trust the theme card will help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday, sort of tie these days together. So the theme card is an animal kingdom. And it's this, it's the moth. The moth came up recently, card 14. It says, put things into order. So we've been encouraged over Monday and Tuesday to create order in the chaos. So let's not let ourselves get too overwhelmed by the chaos. So we've got overwhelmed chaos over here that we could be swept up into like a storm. Or we have a choice, if we step into that stag energy that came up for Monday, we have a choice to sort of let the curtains part, let the clouds clear so we can see more of the landscape, and choose to create a little bit more order in the chaos. So this, from my experience, is unlikely to be a big order of a list of plans of stuff you want to do for the next however many days or weeks or years ahead. To me, when I'm feeling that energy around, that really strong, chaotic, overwhelming, stressful, pressured, negative, heavy, crazy energy, I have to sort of gently bring myself over through gentle, just simple plans and lists. So, you know, just really simple things tasks that we can set ourselves so that we can start to focus more in that direction instead of being swept up or vacuumed into this direction, if that makes sense. So it's our mind now that's going to help us get into a bit of order or create a bit of order in the chaos. I don't think the chaos is going anywhere. You know, I think sometimes we tend to think, or dreamily think, that the chaos this time is going to be over soon and I can just put it aside and life's going to be all happy and rosy and shiny again. I just sort of feel like the chaos seems ever present at the moment. So instead of getting stressed by it, let's learn how to cope within it by creating order in the chaos. That's what this card's saying, order in the chaos. And I love the moth. It brings that transformation energy, which is very strong at the moment. There's a lot of changes, a lot of deaths, a lot of births, a lot of movement in the transformation sort of area. But it brings it in the night, not like the butterfly that, you know, we might feel a little bit more positivity or pleasant energy from the butterfly's transformation in the day and the beauty that it sort of presents. But the moth brings the same energy because it does the same thing, but it does it in the night. So it brings sort of a shift from the darkness into the light. It brings it highlights our ability to bring order into the chaos. And I really feel that's probably something for a lot of us to focus on if we need to. Also, there's a highlight here of paperwork with this particular card and sorting out our paperwork, our taxes, our duties and things that we have to fulfill on the paperwork front, and making time for that if that's something that we need to do. So what do you need to put into order at the moment, and what steps can you take to make sure that you can, get started on it? If you've got a big pile of paperwork this high, it's going to feel very daunting to approach that if you want to try and do it all in one day. So it might be easier to just aim to do 10 pieces of paper a day, or whatever it is you can manage. So this is what I'm talking about having more of a doable, simple plan or doable, simple list. Instead of looking at the overwhelm of that big pile of paperwork, we can just start breaking it down into little pieces and parts so that we can do it at a more, what would you say, there's a word that I can't quite think of right now. Do it at an easier pace. There is a better word to use, but it's not coming to mind right now. So that's that. Sounds pretty intense, but I feel there's a lot of potential within that chaos. So see how that sits for you, how that resonates and fits into your life, and what you might be able to do to help yourself shift your focus now from the crazy chaos into starting to get a little bit of order within the chaos. Because the chaos isn't going anywhere. That's the feeling I have. The chaos really isn't going anywhere, and maybe it's always been there. So are we going to get swept into it and stay in there and just feel like we're going around in a washing machine? Or can we kind of get perspective, step back and step into some order, create a bit of order in that chaos? So it's up to us, but I feel that there's a lot of things perhaps to think about and see how they resonate. So thank you so much. Trust you've enjoyed this sharing. I've used my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom. So you can learn more about these decks on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. You won't find them in shops. They're self-published, they're self-distributed. So you can really only purchase them through my website. So have a peek if you're inspired to. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So I have the new zebra drum will be up on the website today. Hopefully. It's kind of on my little short to-do list. But we'll see how we flow. So my intention is to get the zebra drum on the website today, if not tomorrow. So that will be coming up soon if you want to keep an eye out for that. I've got some new pendants on the website, but I think I've only got 1 or 2 of those new ones left. So I'll be making some more this week too. But there's lots of things to explore on there if you want to. Thanks so much for connecting today. Have a fantastic couple of days. And I'll be back to share with you again very soon. And don't forget the chakra series is unfolding. No, it's rolling out. It's rolling out on my YouTube channel. So my chakra series from July is coming into my YouTube channel. I've just released a 3rd one today. So they're very, very healing, very revealing if you're interested in connecting a bit deeper with yourself through your chakras and helping yourself heal and shift things. So that's Temple of Balance on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now. See ya.